Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, H&R Block in Versailles, Vera Cruz Restaurant, the Osage Beach Hy-Vee, Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales, American Sun Control, DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling, Jason Blankenship CPA, the Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie, the Bank of Versailles, the Shed Batting Cages, and Versailles Total Fitness. Thanks for listening to high school basketball on KS-95.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's presentation to KS-95 Sports. We are live at VBROS,
the Osage Beach Hy-Vee,
home of tonight's contest between the Cole Camp Bluebirds and the Versailles Tigers. Starting this broadcast a little bit early because there's going to be a special honoring session before the game, Jason, as a couple standout athletes are going to be recognized.
Yeah, we got, Brittany Carver and Kylie Ritchie both being recognized for some volleyball honors.
Well, we definitely want to get that on the stream. So if you're watching right now, or if you're listening right now, know somebody that would like to keep up with the game about to happen, can't make it out, MoSportsZone.com or the MoSportsZone app. This game will be streaming live. But we're wrapping up the girls' game as going to be another win for the Versailles ladies. Jason, this has been a hot start to the season.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty good for these girls out here in this Cole Camp Versailles thing. Even with the girls, last year we beat Cole Camp. That was 2 of our wins. And this Versailles Cole Camp thing is kind of becoming a pretty good game, even for the boys, too, as we know.
No, it absolutely is. So as they wrap up things, the Versailles ladies leading 48-23. May see if we can get head coach Andy Moon up here after the game to talk about his girls. But I'm Colton Taylor. Of course, the coach, Jason Vansel, with me. Right now, the man, the myth, the legend, Spencer on the camera. I always love it when Spence comes around. Anybody that can deal with Britt on a regular basis, it's just grade A in my book.
Bless that young man. God bless him.
I don't know how Britt, by the way, became the favorite commentator amongst us, but she really has.
I'd rather have 10 pit bulls.
We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with that ceremony in just a bit. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Martin Metal, just outside of Versailles, Missouri, is proud to announce the operation of our new laminated post-production plant. We now offer our customers high-quality glued, nailed, and planed 3-ply, 4-ply, and 5-ply columns. Yellow pine and treated 2x6 and 2x8 constructed. These posts won't split, warp, or twist and are backed by a 50-year warranty against rotten decay. Order by the job, the bundle, or the truckload, as we offer delivery in Missouri and across the heartland of America. Call Martin Metal to find out more. 573-378-4050 and move your project forward with Martin Metal.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
And if you're watching right now, down on the court, Kylie Ritchie and Brittany Carver both going to be honored here. Jason, do you know much about this? I feel like I wasn't completely informed.
I can't remember what Britt is. I can't remember.
Was it digs? 1,000
I think it's digs. I think it's 1,000 digs.
Do you know, Spence? Is that right? Is it 1,000 digs for Britt?
1,000 digs. And Kylie, I know hers is for kills.
2,000 kills.
Is it 2,000 kills? Yeah.
So Britt receiving 1,000 dig ball, which, okay. I feel like that is impressive because I've watched volleyball games and the reaction time you have to get a dig on some of those kill attempts is insane.
Yeah, Britt does a great job. She does a really good job and always plays with that big old Don Joy knee brace on there. So I got to give her credit, man. She's a tough kid.
That might be the most impressive part, to come back from a knee injury like Britt had and do what she did. And then beside her, of course, Kylie Ritchie, a future D1 volleyball player. Yeah. We know the athlete Kylie is.
Signed on with Lindenwood.
It speaks a lot, not only to these young ladies, but the coaching staff here at Versailles to produce athletes like this, but the hard work that they put in. And so hats off to both of these ladies being honored tonight. Very well deserved. And they got a lot of wins, had a lot of success on the court.
Yeah, you got 2 very high character kids right down there. You don't get better kids than those 2 right there. So congratulations, both them ladies.
And on top of that, the conversations you could have with those 2 are entertaining to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so that is awesome. We'll probably talk to Britt about it when we get her up here, but I believe head coach Andy Moon of these Versailles ladies is going to come join us right now. I was really hopeful of that. As Spence, we're going to steal your headset, actually, as we'll get Coach Moon fixed up with that here. Here you are, Coach Moon. As head coach Andy Moon of these Versailles ladies, first off, I apologize. I tried to get back in time. I was doing about 75 the whole way here, but I rolled in, looked at the scoreboard, and went, man, Coach Moon don't need me in this building. He's got it figured out. What'd you think of your girls' performance tonight against Cole Camp?
We played really well. At the end of the first quarter, I think it was 16-5, so we came out hot and strong again like normal. We played good ball. We just got to get used to, once we do get a lead, just to maintain that defensive pressure, not to give up a little bit. But they're working through it. Like I said, we're still a young team. I'm throwing a lot at them, so.
But they seem to be picking it up. And tonight, another great example of getting to go a little deeper in your bench. A lot of extra girls saw the floor, and you're able to go to a little deeper rotation. How important is that going to be as the season goes along?
Oh, it's good. Our last game when we played Lakeway, we had some foul trouble early, so I had to rotate in. And, Brooke, best ball handler out there, and she had 3 fouls in the second quarter, so I had to rotate and get some other girls some playing time, and they stepped right up and took care of the ball for us. So it's good to be able to go deep on the bench and get some of these freshman girls and sophomores that don't get as much time, get them some minutes there towards the end. They work hard just like we do in practice, so it's good. Give them those minutes so when JV rolls around, they're ready to go.
Now, I should know this off the top of my head, but I'm halfway here today. What does this make your record now?
We're 4-1.
4-1. Now, I'm no historian like Jason here, but that's got to be one of the best starts Versailles ladies have seen in quite some time. I mean, I know the goals are far more lofty than a 4-1 start, but with where you're headed, what is the goal right now for the season?
The goal for the season, like I told the girls, is learn as much as we can, grow as much as we can. So at February, or I guess March, first week of March, we have a shot at districts. So we got a very tough district. We've got good teams in there, but the way we keep playing and keep learning, I think we'll have a chance to at least make it to the district championship game and give them a run for money. Anything can happen in March. It's March Madness.
There is a certain energy and excitement that your girls play with, where it's a combination of competitiveness, but they're having a blast playing together at the same time. What's it like coaching that? Because I feel like, while you want to correct things, you've got to be having fun with this group of girls too.
Oh, I am. This is a great group of girls. They mesh well together. They like to have fun. Kylie Ritchie, she makes a mistake on the floor. She knows it before, I see it, and it's hard to get onto a kid like that because she goes, I know. She already knows, and she's shaking her head before I can say anything. So they're a good group. Like I said, they're still young. They're still learning. We're making a few mistakes here and there, but I think we did a good job tonight taking care of the ball, and we cut down on our turnovers, which is always a plus.
Absolutely. What's next for the Versailles ladies?
We are away at Iberia tomorrow night, and then next week on Wednesday, South Callaway at home, and then Christmas break. And then after that, we play Eugene January 3rd, and then Stover tournament.
Wow. So a nice stretch here for you, and I'm looking forward to seeing your ladies in action again soon. But 4-1 to start the season. Life's got to be good right now, Coach.
It feels pretty good. We're excited. So let's see what we can do the rest of the season.
Well, congrats on another win, man. Once again, sorry I was late getting here, but we'll definitely get your girls on very, very soon.
Not a problem. I appreciate it.
All right, that's head coach Andy Moon as his Versailles ladies improve their record to 4-1. I mean, Jason, it's a new era for the Versailles Lady Tigers.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do when you got lots of kids on the team for the first time in a few years.
Absolutely.
They're growing. I mean, and even from game one till tonight, you're seeing progress. So.
And this is so cool. Now that we've got her mic'd back up.
Shout out to Jennifer Avey for that paint job, by the way. She does an awesome job on these.
She was my speech coach.
Yeah, she is awesome at painting these things up.
That is phenomenal. 1,000 digs. First off, congrats, Britt. We give you a hard time, but this is quite the honor. I was telling Jason, I would argue digging is one of the hardest things to do in volleyball because your reaction time has to be so fast. And for you to do it that quick with that big old knee brace, I mean,
yeah,
it's safe to say that your volleyball career was one to remember.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. And luckily this year, I got out of that brace, so I only had to wear it for about a year and a couple games.
Well, you still complained about it every car ride, so I assumed you had it on.
Yeah, the thing, it was a honking thing, that's for sure. So I think we're safe now that we're out of season. So the reason I quit wearing it is because we played a game, and I won't say we're at, so I still can't get in trouble for it. And I left a gouge about 3 inches long in somebody's gym floor.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Versailles?
No.
Oh, then you're fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
But there's a mark of me in one gym for the rest of their life because it is probably not coming out the next time they wax.
Better get the sander out.
Yeah.
You know, this summer
When she
somebody
digs deep.
bringing new definition to the phrase digs. I mean, that's awesome, Britt. One thing we were really talking about is with that knee injury, you had to come back from that, and a lot of kids could have just put their heads down and been like, all right, I'm done playing. It would hurt, whatever. But it says a lot about your character to not do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and ask for a 8th grader, 7th grader, freshman out there. What advice would you give to a young athlete that's about to enter their high school career?
Honestly, find someone that you can do it with you. Because I would not have went through what I did and came back as strong as I did without Kylie. I mean, let's be honest here. We've played volleyball together for 12 years.
Wow.
We've not left each other's side. I mean, she got me out of that headspace, and, you just really need that person to dig you out. I mean, I've dug her out. So, honestly, just find someone to do it with.
Well, you're good at digs, girl.
Yeah. And one last thing, because we got to give love to Kylie, 2,000 career kills.
Yes.
Just tell us a little bit about Kylie Ritchie and what she meant to that volleyball team, the kind of athlete and person she is.
She was our rock on that team, really. She took the offensive side. I kind of took that defensive side. She had the heart and I had the grit, and together I think that's why we made such a great team together, is because everyone on the team had someone to go to, no matter what need it was for. And she's really good about being very diverse and very versatile, like stepping in wherever we really needed her to be. Like if she needed to set a game, my junior year, she set. You got a 6-foot middle blocker setting the ball. I mean, she really just did everything and helped everyone in any way she could.
Sounds like some great athletes here in Versailles High School. And just once again, Britt, congratulations. 1,000 career digs. That's fantastic. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with the Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show as it is 0-1 Coal Camps versus 1-3 Versailles here at V-Brock Gymnasium. When we come back, you're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle dazzle. 2, 1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win. Shelton is crushing it. When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner. Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Since 1882, the Bank of Versailles has been locally owned and operated. Lending decisions are made right here in our community by people who understand real estate in the area. The Bank of Versailles is your local home and farm loan specialist, offering knowledgeable staff and competitive fixed rates that are hard to beat. The Bank of Versailles, building relationships with the people in our local community for 142 years. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Jason Blankenship, owner of Jason Blankenship CPA LLC. As the year quickly draws to a close, it's time to start thinking about tax planning strategies for your farm and business. We are happy to meet with you and help you see where things stand for the year. We can also give you advice on ways to spend money to help you grow your business, all while maximizing your tax savings. No matter what your tax, payroll, or accounting needs are, Jason Blankenship CPA LLC has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years of service to the Central Missouri area and looking forward to many more. Give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop by and see us at 401 East North Street in Eldon.
Oi, Captain! The seas of the Ozarks are too rough! Me and the crew can't secure the screens and railings! She'll never be installed right! She ain't sturdy, Captain! Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control.
Back with the Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show here on KS-95 Sports, once again streaming live at MoSportsZone.com. I'm Colton Taylor, the man, the myth, the legend, the coach, Jason Vansel with me. Coach Vansel, these Tigers, a 1-3 start, very easily could be 500 right now, but a few points left on the board early in the season. How big is this game for the Tigers tonight?
It's a big one. You're at home. You get to finally play at home, and especially early in the year like this, which, last year we didn't get that luxury, but just to get to come home and play in front of your crowd, and it's just huge. It's just huge.
Not to mention playing a team you're very familiar with. Coal Camp and Versailles had some really good games through the years.
Great games last year.
Some games that may or may not have left Coach Vansel without a voice the next day.
Yeah, and a few angry Coal Camp people.
1 or 12. That's
get in line. Get behind the Eugene people. They're madder. I will say, it has been some great games. Without a doubt, and both of these teams are very different looking teams than last year. but I still think the same desire to beat the other is there, because this has been a great game for decades. I'll be honest with you, clear back to the Coach Farrington days, which was one of the greatest basketball coaches in this area we ever saw, that coached Colcamp for like 40 years or something like that, 30, 40 years. You know, it's always been tough to beat Colcamp. I don't care how big the town is. I don't care how big you think you are. Colcamp always comes ready to play. With Coach Shear running that show.
Coach Shear,
he's awesome.
I love that guy. He does such a great job. He is so fun to talk to. And one thing for him that has always remained true, I don't care if he has the talent, the size, does not matter. If he tells his kids, go run through that wall, they will everyone go try to run through that wall.
I mean, he's a motivator, but he's an X and O guy too.
Yeah.
He can make adjustments.
Look at last year.
What he did last year was unbelievable. And I remember going over after all that screaming and hollering that I did, and I shook his hand and said, I respect you, man.
Versailles, I'll just call it what it is. Versailles had Colcamp bettered in every way, athletically, size-wise, skill, and all that.
Clocked them big
twice. And then you get to the district title game, and Coach Shear basically said, I hope you brought your big boy pants because you're ready for a fight. And it was down to the wire. Colcamp was leading at the end of the third quarter in a game that if you just looked on paper, they had no business being. And that's who Coach Shear is.
Yeah, that was all him, man. He game planned that thing out. And then to find out, you talk to people, he told before that game, I think I can beat him this time. I think I got him. He knew, which goes to show that he made huge adjustments. He scouted us. He knew us inside and out. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, it's a shame somebody had to lose that game, because that was as good a game as you could get.
A great crowd, too. But now Coach Shear's got his boys ready to do battle again tonight. But on the other side coaching, the young man, Mr. Wyatt Espinoza, love me some Coach Espy. He's making adjustments of his own. And before the game, we got to talk with Coach Espinoza. And I asked him, how do the boys look going into tonight's game?
Well, coming off of the Tipton tournament where we didn't place exactly what we wanted to, but that kind of lights a fire in your guys, I guess. And practice this week has been good. But as I've coached the last couple of years, sometimes you don't know what that kind of unfolds for the game. So we'll see how they do tonight.
I know that Tipton tournament had to be a struggle. 3 games in that short of a week. It's still early in the season, but do you feel like the kids are starting to gel together a little bit more and starting to kind of grasp the concept of what you're trying to coach to them?
Yeah, I think so. And there's a lot of things that I was preaching last week that we needed to do that I don't think that I put enough time in practice for. And so this week was a really good opportunity for us to really focus on those things. And hopefully tonight, as well as tomorrow, we can execute on those things and get them working together even more.
Now, this matchup tonight with the Bluebirds of Colcamp, let's call it what it is. Over the last, I would argue, 10 years, this has been a bit of a rivalry. I mean, we've seen district matchups of this. We've seen a lot over at the Stover tournament with championships on the line. So how big is it for your boys to maybe get a rivalry win in your house tonight?
Oh, it's huge, and Coach Shear always has those boys ready. And even before that, they just played hard. They're gritty, hard-working kids, and that's just Colcamp for you. So it's a big deal whenever Colcamp comes down, or if we go over there, because you know that it's going to be a dogfight, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
So then what do you want to see out of your boys tonight? Maybe something that you want to see them improve on versus past games?
Well, now, we always expect them to work hard, and we ask them to do that. But tonight, what I really want to see them do well is off the ball, them cutting and cutting hard. I feel like whenever we have our scoring droughts, we get stationary and we start standing around. But when we are cutting hard, it gives us more options to score rather than just driving and kicking.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. If you can get that off-ball movement, you can get better looks. And that is the final thing that I am going to ask you is it does seem like there have been points in the season early where the offense has gone a little bit stagnant at times. Obviously, you turn to Reese Murdoch a lot to score the rock. But how can you incorporate other guys in the offense to not only take a little weight off of Reese, but also get more points on the scoreboard for your squad?
Well, it's absolutely that. Those guys have to work hard off the ball. And so this week we've done a lot of work off the ball, cutting hard and preaching. If you want to score, and what we're doing is for you, because we know that Reese can score and he does these things. You know, he bails us out on a lot of things. But those other guys, for us to be successful, they've got to score as well. And we want them to score. We don't only want Reese to score. We want those guys to score, be a part of it, be part of the offense. So cutting hard for them, whether it's a back cut or it's off of a screen, stuff like that is going to be very, very important for us for tonight, tomorrow, and the rest of the season.
That was head coach of these Versailles Tigers, Mr. Wyatt Espinoza, talking about his team going into this matchup tonight with the Bluebirds of Cole Camp. And I've been trying to spy down here and get the starting lineup. I got 3 of them for the Bluebirds. I did not have a lot of time to go talk to people. I, a little bit earlier, was up in Columbia at the Norm Stewart Classic, Norm Stewart Shootout, whatever you want to call it, with the Tipton ladies as they took on the small school out of Columbia, the Hickman Cupies. And that was an absolute battle. As soon as I got done there, it was load up and head this way. And now getting ready for what I'm sure is going to be another great game as we get ready to meet the starting lineups. Well, that's a great start because I believe that kid is wearing 0, and I don't have a 0 on the – oh, yeah, I do have a 0 on this roster. I just didn't see it. Their roster's not in order. Starting for the Bluebirds under head coach Kevin Shear, it's going to be number 24, Colby Bohan. Number 4, Colton Dickman. Number 2, Bovie Clark. Number 0, Dash Kaiser. And number 5, Colton Phillips. You better watch your back. Cole Camp's got 2 Coltons. They're going to be lethal shooters. I promise you that. Jason, give me the starters for these Versailles Tigers.
For Versailles, we have number 2, Reese Murdoch. Number 3, Braden Albrecht. Number 4, TJ Schoolfield. Number 5, Joey Bertelli. And number 24, Big Tyler Morrison.
As we get to meet the Tigers under head coach Wyatt Espinoza, assisted by Kobe Williams and, of course, Mr. Ryan Pryor. Versailles in those home whites with the black numbers and the gold trim. Cole Camp in the road blues with the white numbers. You know it's going to be a good game when there's a mullet on the floor.
Oh, man, I love mullets. I love them. Well, that is a mullet, isn't it? That's a nice one.
As we move our way into the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action, it's going to be Murdoch on the opening tip. And he's going to be jumping against somebody, but he loses the tip, to Kaiser. Bluebirds get the first look of this first quarter of action. Straight man defense from the Tigers. Kaiser against Murdoch. 2 good athletes. They're going to go at it. Nothing on the drive. Good defense by Albrecht. Now Schoolfield, who's in the starting lineup tonight. I don't believe TJ started last game. A near steal. It's tipped loose by Albrecht. Recovered by Reese. Reese on the left side off to the races. Hangs in the air. Won't climb the iron. The putback won't fall. But fouled on the putback and going to the line is Bertelli.
I wish Reese would just dunk it. Just dunk it.
Reese wishes Reese would dunk it.
Just dunk it, Reese.
So Bertelli will go to the line, try to open up scoring for the Tigers. First free throw, no good. So we're going to get a second look at this, though. His second is short. So the first was long, second is short. At least he corrected something. Cole Camp back on offense. Running the point for the Bluebirds is Dickman. His brother was a heck of a player.
Oh, man, he was good, wasn't he?
Once again, we're going to be watching Murdoch and Kaiser go at it. A 3 launch from the wing won't go. Long rebound controlled by Schoolfield. TJ pushes it ahead to Reese on the left wing. Hesitates. It's the crossover. Starts to drive, but it's taken away. Reese from the top of the key gets inside. Flips it out to TJ. He has to blindly save it back. He throws it backwards to Dash Kaiser. And an early timeout going to be burned by the Bluebirds. Just a 30, so we'll hold it here. I mean, both teams look just a smidge sloppy early, Jason.
Yeah, we're a little bit sloppy here. Both teams are, like you said. I'm sure Espo's going to probably fix this up, and I know Shear is. So.
Yeah, Coach Espo in the huddle telling Reese, you ever thought about just dunking it? Like,
man, just throw it down. Once you do it once, you'll never go back, I promise you.
Was that what happened with you the first time you dunked?
I took a donut, and I dunked it, and I never went back. And that's
I respect that, man. That's commitment.
Why I'm what you call a heavy Chevy.
Oh, Cole Camp with the ball. Is Versailles going to apply a little full court pressure here?
I think so.
And that is the case. Cole Camp trying to run a deep route. The pass gets through, and the layup up and good. First points of the game go to the Bluebirds on a little football pass. Colton Phillips with the lay-in.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can't let happen on that.
Murdoch, he's going to pull a three off the dribble and gets it. Don't let Reese start pulling those threes. You could be in for a long night.
Yeah.
2-2-1 pressure for the Tigers. Murdoch and TJ trying to trap. That's a lot of energy on the trap. Ahead to Kaiser. And good defense played by Bertelli as the ball goes off the leg of the Bluebird back to the Tigers.
Joey just kind of does a lot of things anymore, I've noticed, for this Tiger team.
Yeah, Bertelli's the guy you want on your squad because he does a lot of little things well.
Just a utility guy, just does it all.
Reese to Timo. Little weave to Albrecht, and yeah, the problem is when Albrecht got it, it was kind of up against his body, and he took 2 steps before the dribble, so a turnover back to Colcamp. Colcamp been mounting right next to Coach Shear. So he's going to talk things with his squad. Beekman on the point, working against Albrecht. To go high post, and trying to knock it loose was TJ, but instead he's going to foul Colby Bohan.
Yeah, he's getting overly aggressive there.
Well, TJ's only got 1 speed, and it's about 150 miles per hour. So Colcamp went down into their own basket. Trouble getting it in. They finally do in the corner. Albrecht there defensively. Attacking from the corner, but it's picked off by Reese. Reese out to the races. 1-on-1. Can he finish on the fast break? He stops, turns, and is fouled. And he should be shooting 2. Reese got to that low block, set the pivot, and tried going a little Olajuwon with a show and a turnaround, but they grabbed him on the arm.
Totaling up some pretty good numbers on Reese for this season.
His first free throw is good. And what have we found out about Mr. Murdoch with those numbers?
He's right now, for rebounds especially, he just passed his dad against Marshall, which I thought was kind of interesting. He passed his dad for 8th place on the rebounding list in school history, and he's 6th place right now in assists for a career.
Wow.
2 behind the great Nick Campbell, and 8th place in steals. So Reese is just one of those dudes that just does it all.
I can tell. I mean, to pass Heath in anything is impressive.
Yeah.
Murdoch knocks down both free throws. 5-2 is the Tiger lead. 5:40 to play in the Carpenter-Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. It's again straight man, and a great pass underneath for the Bluebirds, laid up and in. The bucket goes to Colton Phillips. TJ's got that's Rowan Allen that checked in. High arching 3 won't go. Board controlled by the Bluebirds.
That's a good shot, though, for Rowan. He can hit that.
I thought Rowan did a lot of things well in that Tipton tournament.
Yeah.
Tigers a little confusion on defense. Finally get it straightened out as to who's guarding who. Skip to the wing. Taken away by Reza. They are running dash Kaiser block to block. I mean, Kaiser's 6'3", something like that down there. And the problem is every time he gets to a block, Timo moves him.
Yeah, Timo gets in his ribs.
Timo's got good footwork for a big guy.
Oh, yes. That's why he was such a good lineman. Great footwork for a big kid.
Near 5-second call as Murdoch was playing the defense. Colcamp trying to find any form of space here offensively, and Versailles isn't giving much. Reza tips it. It's picked up by Albrecht. Albrecht on the run out. Left side, goes through the contact, flips it off the glass. It wouldn't go, and Murdoch acts like he was going to put back jamming.
Yeah, he's pretended.
I know he was.
No, Timo, to go back to that, I had him at D-line drills this year in football, and I was shocked when Coach D always told me that he had good footwork. I didn't see it until I took over the D-line this year, but he has tremendous footwork for a big kid.
I'm not remotely surprised as Albrecht's first free throw's up and good. 6'4", the Tiger lead, 4:33 to go. Such good footwork. You looked at him in that blazing speed and said, you should be a running back, son.
Well, yeah, I'll just say a couple coaches did. I love the dude down on the line, but he did a great job for us at running back.
You knew if
I believe he got all conference. Not sure which one, I can't remember, but I believe he got all conference at that position too. So that's pretty good for just getting thrown in there.
Second free throw won't go. Vansel kept it alive. It was thrown out of bounds, and I don't know if I think they said it was off Colcamp. So good offensive board. Jacob Vansel has just checked in. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Reza, Vansel.
Heck.
Ben Peck.
Ben Peck's in, yes. Bertelli. I still think I'm missing. Oh, and Reese. Of course I forget Reese. Vertelli on the attack. It's stripped. Goes to Vansel at the top of the key. Gets inside. Gives it to Murdoch. Quick crossover. Murdoch draws the double. Dishes it out. Vansel corner. 3. Got it.
It's in the corner.
Death, taxes, and Vansel's in the corner.
He just got to go stand where his brother did.
I'm telling you, Vansel's in the corner are the Steph Curry of high school basketball.
Yeah, you're going crazy.
And a near steal, but a reach-in foul going to be called.
See, I remember the air balls he had the other day.
I didn't see any air balls, man. You were watching a different game. I don't believe Jacobs ever missed a shot.
I am glad to see that for his confidence because he stresses a lot about being a freshman playing at this level. So,
well, and it's big for the Tigers. They're looking for a second scoring option outside of Murdoch, and tonight they're finding a little diversity.
Might need a little group of a committee of by scoring.
I don't think Coach Espy would mind if he has about 5 kids that all score 4 or 6 points.
Yeah.
As the Tiger pressure forces a turnover, they lead 9-4 with 3:49 to go. I mean, honestly, that's tougher to stop as a team. If you go up against somebody who's like, oh, they have one guy. No, they had 8 kids score tonight.
Yeah.
Well, what do I take away?
Now, that does make you a better team later in the season, without a doubt.
Rowan Allen with his Pepto-Bismol themed shoes.
They are Pepto-Bismol, aren't they?
They are. Albrecht checks back into the game. Braden a crossover, dishes it out. 3 from the wing from Bertelli. Off the iron, won't go. Kept alive by TJ. The jump ball going to be called. Possession arrow will favor the Tigers.
That's what TJ's good at. He's just good at all the dirty stuff. I love that kid to death. Just a tough, just a hammerhead kid.
I don't know how he's not hurt all the time because he just flies around.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of bounces off stuff. Excuse me, possession arrow favored the Bluebirds. I misunderstood there. And a quick foul on Bertelli, a little overzealous with the reach, and that will be team foul 4. Anything else this quarter will result in free throws. Reminder, we'll be back here tomorrow night as the Tigers play host to Bolivar.
I believe that wasn't a foul.
They gave us the ball back. No.
I'm very confused as to what occurred.
I don't know what just happened.
Well, either way, Versailles got the ball and didn't get a foul. Bertelli going to the low post. Albrecht, he has it stripped. Kohlkamp has it and wants to run. Tigers do a good job getting back as Kohlkamp tries to settle it down. Bohan with it, going to the right side. Pass fake was just lost and picked up by Albrecht. Albrecht, little hesitation, speeds it up, spin move, turnaround jumper off the glass too strong. Rebound fought for, finally hauled in by Kaiser, but stolen by TJ. They're going to get TJ for a carry. That also was not Kaiser, on the board. I saw a tall player, thought it was. It's Connor Peterson.
He is tall, isn't he?
Kohlkamp, there is something in the water in Kohlkamp, and they always have at least one 6'3", 6'4" kid. I'm a little surprised because usually there's an Ulrichs on the team, and I don't see one.
Usually one the size of a tractor, too. That's just big, just farm strong.
And that is a reach-in foul of Tigers. No, that's no joke. Like I said, when I played against Tanner, and I hope he hears this. I love Tanner now. Great dude. We get along fantastic. But back in the day, I couldn't stand him because I think he could bench press a tractor, and he tried to show it every time we played him.
Yeah, just some big old boys, man. Just
nothing is more demoralizing than when you go for a layup and you have to watch it get pinned on the glass. Not blocked, I mean pinned.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. And a turnover on Kohlkamp, back to Versailles. Tigers with the ball in a 9-4 lead, just under 3 to go here in the Carpenter-Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. Speaking of Carpenter-Gunther, Handy Andy down there on the floor right now. Got another big win tonight. Lady Tigers set at 4-1 on the season.
Moon's doing good. Good for him. Good for them girls.
Pick and roll goes to Albrecht. Hesitation. He's got a lane, gets inside, takes some contact. And that'll be team foul 4 on Kohlkamp.
Yeah, Braden's had a couple nice takes and drawn some fouls tonight. Like to see him get going, get a little confidence.
I think it's only going to take a couple games of him realizing he can score the rock, and it'll take off. We saw the same thing with his older brother, honestly.
Yeah, I think he sometimes gets in his own head a little bit.
Lobs into Reese. Over to Braden. Braden goes back to Reese. Reese sets his feet, pulls a 3 off the dribble, and buries it.
That looked good.
That's 2 made threes off the dribble from Murdoch, and the Tigers got an 8-point lead. 2:20 to go. Bohan with the ball, being harassed by Schoolfield. Kohlkamp goes to the corner. They want to go down low, but now it's Rowan Allen there defensively. Bluebird screening away, trying to set something up. Bohan has it. He's fouled from behind. That might be TJ's second.
Yeah, that's going to be his second. I love the effort, but he's got to dial it back just a little bit. Oh, that's his third. Oof, wow, that hurts.
Well, with that energy, that's a risk.
That'll probably be the end of him for this first half.
At least the first quarter for sure. And
let me guess, illegal screen.
Yeah, an illegal screen going to be called against Colcamp.
It's the most fashionable call in basketball.
Seriously, I have never seen officials fall in love with something so fast. That's going to go on Bohan, his first, and the fifth on Colcamp. So anything from here on out in this quarter, the Bluebirds do foul-wise will be free throws for Versailles. Albrecht, he steps back and pulls the three. Good look, rattled around and popped out. Colcamp trying to find their offense, trailing 12-4 early. And it's a pick by Reese. Reese by himself in the front court, and he was going to try it.
I think he was going to try it.
Reese walking back to the free throw line, getting ready to shoot. Like, this is why I don't dunk.
Well, can't blame him, I guess.
Reese
it's not fun with people around your legs.
No, I was going to say a little push in the back there. That can be. That one wasn't really dangerous. They shoved in the upper back. The danger zone is when you actually take off. And what is happening?
Brittany, what's wrong, girl? You all right?
Oh, she needs a charger.
Oh, she
first free throw for Murdoch.
Fell asleep or something.
Up and good. Reese has got 9 points already.
Speaking of that, he's at 816 right now. So we've been kind of tracking him a little bit. So he's about 184 away from joining the 1,000-point club. So we'll kind of keep this countdown going.
That seems very, very attainable.
Welcome him into that very prestigious club.
I mean, I don't know what Reese is averaging on the season right now, but I got to think it's over 18 points.
He had to play 3 of them 4 years with Ryder. Lucky.
He's lucky he has 8
Lucky he made the 300-point club.
Are you trying to tell me Ryder shot the ball a lot?
Oh, no.
Ryder was a passive player. He really didn't believe much in scoring.
Got to give him a shout-out. He had 15 points the other night in a game and a big win down there at Mission University. So,
attaboy.
Doing B-Town proud.
First free throw up and good at the line. That is Connor Peterson knocking it down.
And can you believe he had 4 threes from the volleyball line in that game, Colt?
I'm shocked. I really didn't think he'd shoot like that.
Yeah, I thought he would be shot.
That's oh gosh. Actually, I saw Jackson the other day. Ryder may hear that because Jackson swears that Ryder watches more of our games than anybody.
Oh, he's in love with us. He's a lot of the reason we have all these views.
That makes sense. Bertelli, strong take to the basket. A little too strong. Shot won't go. Bluebirds with the ball. They've cut the lead to 7 with 1:30 to go in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. Bohan races forward. Long strides. He is fouled. And he'll shoot 2. So the game once again got a little sloppy now.
Well, it's going to take a few games. This Tiger team's still trying to figure out just who they are and what they are.
And I think sometime around Christmas, you may start seeing things click.
Yeah, I got a feeling about that Stover tournament time. You're going to start to kind of see what you're going to have here.
First free throw, no good. I do love the Stover tournament, though. We always get such a great spot over there, and it's a great place to work. I mean, it's weird for me. I never played ball in that gym. They didn't build the Stover Dome until after I graduated. I love the Stover Dome, but I'm also not sad about that. The old gym was great, too.
That was a great gym, but now when you go in there and it's so loud, I guess I forgot how loud that thing is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it kills me.
Neither free throw falls for Bohan. Versailles with the ball, leading by 7. Beautiful.
Great look.
Pick and roll. Timo on the weak side. Murdoch finds him, and it's a 15-6 lead. Tigers by 9.
Foul on Albrecht.
And that will result in free throws. So if there's one thing right now that Coach Espy probably not going to be thrilled about, it is the fouls for the Tigers, especially the ones, 80 feet away from the rim.
Let's go. Could catch us a little bit in the second half here.
As that will be a second on Braden. He's going to have to come to the bench. Jacob Vansel going to come back in, the sharpshooter from the corner.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but he did make one.
First free throw up and good for Bohan. 15-7 is the lead. I see Ari down there with a baby. That is the most I've ever seen her sit still. Both free throws up and good. So the lead down to 7, 15-8, 1:05 to go. Versailles with the ball. Staying straight man is Colcamp. Murdoch drives, dishes it out. Another corner 3 for Vansel. This one's a little long. Bertelli fights to keep it alive. Winds up in the hands of Reza. To Timo. Now Reese going to reset. Uses the Morrison screen. Hesitates. He drives left. Dishes it to the corner. Reza will try a 3. Off the iron again. Won't go. So the Tigers look from both corners. Neither would fall. And another foul.
Who'd we get? Jacob.
Like I said, Tigers are just fouling a long ways away from the rim right now. So to the free throw line for the Bluebirds.
SB down there working the official a little bit.
Bovie Clark. Oh, SB used to work the officials when he was a player, so I'm not surprised to see it as a coach. First official up and good. Am I wrong?
No.
Wyatt was one of the most fun kids I ever called a game for. If you talk to him, he's the nicest guy you've ever met. But if you play him in basketball, you hate him. I mean that as his friend. Second free throw up and good as well. Colcamp has cut this to a 5-point game with 44 seconds remaining in the Carpenter-Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. Murdoch to Peck. He drives a little weave, gives it back to Murdoch. Drops it off Reza. A three, top of the key, banks it in.
That'll work.
18-10, the Tigers lead with 27 to go.
Dalton's got a nice little three-point shot.
Bohan on the drive. It's poked loose from behind from Bertelli. He saves it back blindly, and a Colcamp player trying to keep it alive. It's out of bounds. Ball back to the Tigers with just under 20 seconds remaining. Versailles could re-establish a double-digit lead with any made field goal here. Murdoch to Peck. Space on the right side. Picks it up. Needs a guard. Vansel has it. 8 seconds to go in the corner. Peck, he drives. Gives it to Areza. Areza gets inside. Spin move inadvertently. Top of the key. Peck left open from three. Off the iron. Just wouldn't go, but a good look for Ben Peck nonetheless. Tigers push the lead back to 8. They lead 18-10 at the end of the Carpenter-Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Since 1944, Carpenter-Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter-Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter-Gunther, where they put the home in hometown business.
Have you ever gone into panic mode because you reach into your wallet and your debit card is not there? Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. With the Umbrella app on your mobile phone, you can block your debit card with a quick tap of a button. 5 minutes later, you remember that it's in your pocket. No problem. Just go back in and unblock your card, and now it's business as usual. Ask us how you can enroll. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
We're back as we enter the H&R block of Versailles second quarter. The Tigers have established an early 8-point lead. Jason, this is the best the Tigers offense looked this season.
Yeah, 18 points in one quarter. That's a pretty good start for us. And 5 Tigers in the scoring column. So we've been talking about who's going to be that guy to step up. So we've had multiple Tigers doing it so far.
Reminder once again, this game streaming, MoSportsZone.com, can always be watched back on YouTube. And the ball dribbled off of Rowan Allen's foot. And we'll stay with the Bluebirds. Colcamp going to get some things set. Coach Shear over there calling some stuff out. Beard flowing in the wind.
Big Trace Murdoch down there talking some smack.
That's all that Trace Murdoch talks. On the right wing, a crossover. Good defense. And it's a steal by Reese. Reese off to the races. Lays it up and in. Reese just does that little finger roll over the front of the iron, which, once again, I still think he could jam if he wanted to. At least try it.
Playing around with it.
I'm going to be real. If he goes up and tries it aggressively and just bounces it off back iron, I'm not even going to be mad about it. I'd rather the attempt. Bohan trapped in the corner and a timeout.
Yes.
Yes, timeout going to be called by the Colcamp bench as the wheels were coming off fast in that one. And Coach Shear could see it. We'll hold it here as it's just a 30. The defense of the Tigers, I feel like, is going to be what kickstarts their offense this season.
Yeah, we saw that clear back in the Jamboree.
Yeah.
Playing some defense, and not to say that we should be surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised to see just how the Tigers were kind of leading this new team this year with defense to try to use that defense to create offense. So,
well, I'm not really all that surprised because that's Coach Espinosa's calling card. He loves his defense, and he'll be a little more new school on offense from time to time. He's not afraid of a fast break three, things like that. But defensively, he has expectations for these boys.
He's played a lot more man defense than we played around here quite a bit just this young season already.
Well, and that's just telling your kids, hey, I believe you can stop them one-on-one. I'm going to bet on you, but you have to prove to me you can work that on.
And he started that clear back in the summer. I mean, he made them play it. You're going to learn to play it.
Ball inbounds to Bohan. Vansel there defending him at half court. 20-10. The Versailles lead over Colcamp. 7 to go in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. Once again, streaming live, MoSportsZone. Bohan the drive. It's
Oh.
Huh. All right. Stolen by Reese, but
We're going
foul.
to go with that. That's the new thing, I guess.
That's Reese's first. Ball stays with the Bluebirds. One of the least creatively named animals ever.
Yes.
Seriously, you got cardinals, sparrows, and someone's like, what about that blue one? Let's just call it a bluebird. Like, okay.
And that's smaller than a cardinal, you know.
Yeah.
Always, like I said, the cardinal is the fiercest robin-sized bird in the animal kingdom. But the bluebird, I'm not really sure.
Ball poked loose. Allen nearly had the steal, but it's recovered by the Colcamp. Bohan thought about the corner three, steps back. He'll pull it and hit it. That is a tough make from Bohan.
Thought about it, dribbled it, thought about it again, and did it.
Colby Bohan with a tough shot. Murdoch drives baseline, hesitates, reverse layup.
Just here, I'll be an athlete.
Reese Murdoch, 13 early points. Reese is tied up with Colcamp by himself. I haven't said that about anybody since Ryder, actually.
Well, we were talking today, me and Coach Walters, and just our whole smack-talking gang we have. But if Reese can score about 25 a game, I think it just makes everything so much better for everything. So to see him right there, I love seeing multiple scores, but to see him with 13 right now, that's a great thing.
Well, head and shoulder fake from the Bluebirds. They've cut the lead down to 9, 13, Versailles leads. Peck applying the pressure at the top of the key. Drive, mid-range jumper, pulled up and hit. Nothing easy about that shot.
Nice shot. Nice mid-range jumper. Lost art.
Yeah, with the make, that was Colton Diekman. Reza in the corner. Top of the key is Vansel. Over to Peck on the left wing. Peck inside, out to Reza, back to Vansel. Vansel makes some space, goes to Murdoch.
Man, he makes
Murdoch,
it easy, don't he?
the drive hangs in the air, layup won't fall, but he is fouled. Murdoch just has this thing where he'll square up and use the little crossover between the legs to kind of lull you to sleep. But when he gets that first step, it's just so much faster than anyone guarding him.
He can get you on his hip quicker than anybody.
Reese's first free throw up and good. I know it's early to be saying this. I don't know what Reese's career best in a single game is. I don't think he's ever had 30.
No, he hasn't. He's never broke 30. His best games have been in the Tipton tournament, I believe, in his whole career. The two he had this year, and then the one against Camden a couple years ago.
Both free throws are good, though, so Reese possibly on his way to a big night as he's got 15 early, 24 for the Tigers, but another foul. I mean, listen, this isn't me trying to hate on the officials. This is just me being honest. Every game you have to feel out the officials and how they're going to call things. This is one of the more softer.
I have no problem with the officials, but nobody wants to sit here at 11:30 at night and still playing the fourth quarter either.
But like I said, some of it is a feeling out process as a 5-second call going to be forced on the inbounds by the Tigers.
Let's let these teams play and get after it a little bit.
So ball back to Versailles, 24-15 is the Tiger lead. Murdoch being pressured at the logo. Goes over to Timo, just check back in on the right wing. He drives, looking for a guard. Needs some help. Finds it in Bertelli in the corner. Bertelli a crossover, but it's stolen by Bohan.
Nice steal.
Bohan wants to run. Morrison drives into the corner, and Bertelli comes for the double team. It's stripped loose by Timo, but winds up in the hands of the Bluebirds. Trapped in the corner, knocked loose again. Oh, they're going to say it was on the baseline when it was stolen, so the ball stays with
great
Colcamp.
defense the Tigers are putting up right now.
Playing some D, getting after it.
Speaking of defense, TJ going to check back into the game.
TJ, don't get a foul, son. Don't get a foul.
That's like asking a fish not to swim.
Good Lord. There's 5 minutes left, too.
Yeah.
Well, just don't foul out.
That's more reasonable.
You're going to get one then.
Bohan to the corner. Morrison there defensively. Up top is Diekman. Working around the outside. Colcamp being patient here. Once again, they trail by 9. 4:56 to play in the second quarter of action. Good take baseline. Contested shot. Doesn't matter. Up and in for Colton Diekman.
Nice shot.
Lead at 7. 24-17. Murdoch crossover. Free throw line. Gives it up. Albrecht got a good look from 3. He's got the 3.
Yeah.
That's a nice sign right there.
27-17.
TJ.
Bohan, a little push off, play on, gets inside, long strides, hangs in the air, layup won't go. Murdoch the board. Looks back at his dad in the crowd like, hey, this is how you were supposed to do it, and you'd have more rebounds. 3 lined up, off the backboard, won't go. Long board chase down by TJ. He gets tackled.
Great hustle, though.
You believe TJ had a neck brace on just a couple weeks ago? He doesn't play like it, does he?
I wonder how they got him to actually wear it.
Now I'm starting to think maybe he's just trying to get out of school.
So the possession stays with the Tigers. It's thrown into TJ, who has to... What? TJ caught that in midair, threw it back off a Bluebird. They're going to say he was out of bounds. He must have jumped from out of bounds was the problem, because I know he caught it midair and threw it backwards.
I'm not so sure my mom agrees, but...
She's more soft-spoken and kind than you, Brett.
She raised me, so don't underestimate her.
Another short corner jumper pulled up and knocked down.
That's 3 this quarter from him.
Yeah, that's Diekman, right? He's a mid-range jumping machine.
Tell you, it comes with the last name. Great jump shot. And Tigers throw it out of bounds, so the Bluebirds down by 8. A little life in him. Coach Espy's seen enough. He'll take the timeout. We'll take the break as well. Versailles leads Colcamp 27-19 with 3:34 to go in the H&R block of Versailles second quarter, and you're listening to KS-95 Sports.
The Morgan County Health Center in Versailles reminds you can help your child have a healthy future. Encourage them to get 1 hour or more of physical activity every day and limit screen time to 2 hours at most. Time spent in front of a screen watching TV or playing video games means less time being active. Make sure they get 3 servings of low or no-fat milk or yogurt every day, 4 servings of water, not sugary drinks, and 5 servings or more of fruit and vegetables. Healthy habits lead to a healthy future. A message from the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles.
And we are back with, well, never mind, timeout clock's running. Under 4 minutes to play in this H&R block second quarter of action. Versailles leads 27-19. A little bit sloppy lately, but the defense has still been solid from the Tigers, Jason.
Yeah, they're still playing some good defense and getting after it a little bit. So as long as you're doing that, you're going to be fine.
Colcamp finally breaking the huddle. Coach Shear had a lot to say to his boys. And I would listen to that, man.
Yeah, he knows a thing or two.
The best thing I ever heard from him, he's also the football coach, and he said it's a tradition. He has a recliner in his office, and the first day of conditioning, he makes the football team carry his recliner down to the football field.
Nice.
A little overzealous defense again from the Tigers, and a reach-in foul going to be called.
Man, these fouls are getting fun.
Who is that for the Tigers?
Randy, I believe is his name.
Yeah.
I'm not sure his last name.
Yeah, Randy Taylor, in the game with the foul. Colcamp, that's near 5. Barely gets it in, but they do. Top of the key. Albrecht there defensively working against Colton Dickman, who's really been the offense. And his another turnaround jumper. This one won't good. Offensive board kept alive, put up and in. This time it's Dash Geyser.
Nice rebound, nice put in.
Lead is at 6, 27-21. The Bluebirds have responded well this quarter. Albrecht loses it. Kaiser picks it up. Colcamp on a run, looking to do more damage here. They attack on the right wing. Good defense by Taylor. Now Albrecht picks it up. Diekman will drive, gets the mid-range, has a strip, but they're going to get a reach-in foul, and I believe that's going to be 5 on the Tigers, and free throws coming for Colton Diekman.
What's the call here? What do we get it on? Looks like it's on Randy again. Randy Taylor.
Yeah, 2 fouls for Randy. It's going to be a little bit of almost a platoon swap for the Tigers. His first free throw for Diekman up and good. This lead is down to 5. As Murdoch, Allen, and Bertelli all check back in.
You're not going to be able to get a big enough lead on this Colcamp team. I'm telling you, man, they will never go away. No Coach Shear team will ever go away.
Vansel checking in also. So on the floor, Timo, Vansel, Murdoch, Allen, and Bertelli. Second free throw coming here for Diekman. It's up and good. 27-23, a 4-point lead. Murdoch on the right wing. Crossover. He's got a lane to the basket. Help defense comes. Murdoch picks it up, dishes it out to Vansel. Finds Bertelli in the middle. Fratelli drives to the free throw line, gets to the short corner, gives it back to Allen. Rowan trying to make some space. Good defense, though, by Diekman. Now Vancel looking to attack, middle of the floor, dishes it to Reese. And yeah, Reese tried the hesitation and then go, but the problem is he forgot to dribble. It turns out that is a necessary part. Kohlkamp quickly down the floor, and foul going to be called on Murdoch as Kohlkamp will go to the line shooting free throws.
Yeah,
Dash Kaiser.
That's the second time we got caught sleeping.
Excuse me, I thought it was Kaiser. That is not Kaiser. Instead of the free throw line, that's going to be Colton Phillips. So, I mean, with 2 made free throws here, this could become a 2-point game. 2:21 to play in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. The first free throw for Phillips is good. 27-24. Tigers led by 10 and honestly looked like they were going to threaten to blow this thing up.
Yeah.
But Kohlkamp is not going to have that as Phillips' second free throw off the iron won't go. Vancel the board, and he'll bring it into the front court. Allen in the corner. Vancel sets the screen. Allen uses it, whips it to Murdoch. Murdoch squares up. Uses Timo to make some space. Hesitation. Long strides inside. Murdoch hangs in the air, flips it up and in.
That's what we need. Right the ship a little bit.
Murdoch up to 17 in this first half. A near steal by Allen. It is a steal by Allen. Fires it ahead to Vancel. Gets underneath the basket. And a travel going to be called. TJ and Braden will check back into the game. (29-24), under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter of action. 2-2-1 press being applied by the Tigers. What is the whistle? Oh my,
there was no contact on that.
You're going to call that on Timo, I believe.
Yeah. That's his second.
Foul going to be called on Timo for standing in the vicinity of the rim.
Just being in earshot distance.
Brooke Anderson has become so much more friendly. A year ago, she was scared of radio. First free throw up and good, 29-25. Not only is she not scared of it, she gets on the radio now and actually talks. And
yeah. Well, she's getting more confidence. You can see that in the way she plays, too.
Heck of a player. Second free throw up and good as well. 29-26. It's a 3-point Tiger lead with 1:40 to go in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. So once again, Reese going to bring the ball forward. He's got 17 in this first half. Timo sets the screen. Murdoch resets. Drives, steps into the he stepped into the mid-range jumper, but instead finds Timo.
Oh, nice job.
Count it and a foul. Big Tyler Morrison off the dime from Murdoch lays it up, and then he's got a chance for a 3-point play.
Doing a great job of using his body.
Because I know we don't keep track of it. I'd like to know how many assists Reese has to go with those 17 points.
Well, I'll know after today, but yeah. Reese has always done well with assists. So I was wondering if this year, if he would still be doing good with assists, because he probably needs to shoot it a little bit more this year. But
well, you wait. If they get Jay Sean back after Christmas break, I think those assist numbers go up a lot.
I agree.
And Timo money from the free throw line. So the Tigers increase their lead back to 6, 32-26, 1:27 to go. So again, 2-2-1 press being applied by the Tigers. Albrecht knocks it loose, but it's picked back up by Kohlkamp. They need to get it across half court. They finally do. Middle of the lane, nothing there. Needing help, looking back door, nice cut. The floater just thrown up off the iron won't go. Murdoch another board. Said he's passed well, he's rebounded well too. Fires ahead to Vancel in the corner. Looking back door for Timo, and yeah, it was thrown off the back of the backboard. That's going to be out of bounds. Did it go off the back of the backboard?
I thought it hit the bottom of the rim.
That's what I thought.
Oh, did it?
I don't know. I don't know why we're calling this out of bounds.
If it hit the bottom of the rim, then yeah, that should be in play.
Play on.
And that's what Coach Espy's having a meltdown about. He's like, if that hit the rim, that's very much in play. So Colcamp with the ball under a minute to play in a 6-point game. Short corner and to the floor. I don't know why that's not a travel.
Let the bodies hit the floor. There we go.
Instead of jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Tigers. .45 seconds to play in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter, part of our Martin Metal broadcast here tonight in Versailles. Murdoch sizing up. Timo going to come set a screen. Murdoch uses a double screen from Albrecht, whips it to the corner, raise up. 3 from the corner, halfway down. Albrecht fights to keep it alive, but a jump ball going to be called. It would be Bluebird ball with 31 seconds left. I know I missed it, but you're listening to tonight's broadcast on KTKS Versailles, Eldon at the Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM. Also online, lakeradio.com, and streaming at MoSportsZone. And on the MoSportsZone app, I'm Colton Taylor, Jason Vance with me, Britt running the camera for getting her 1,000 dig volleyball tonight. And, of course, Mark Sidebottom back at the studio engineering tonight's contest. Another football pass gets Colcamp behind the Tiger defense, and the layup up and good. Yeah. Connor Peterson.
Gave up 6 points on that tonight already.
32-28. It's just a 4-point game here in the second quarter. Vansel to Peck. He drives, goes back to Jacob. 12 seconds to play. Bertelli gets inside, splits the defense, tries to dump it off to Timo. Going to have to get a shot off with 3 seconds left. Timo steps back to a corner of 3, and it draws nothing. That's how the first half comes to a close. Versailles leads Colcamp 32-28. Your Hy-Vee halftime show is coming up. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775. The students of Lake Area schools have done a lot to make their communities proud. Many have stayed to help the Lake Area grow and prosper. Whether they excel through sports or through academics, our students need our support. As a parent, be a part of your child's education. As a community, be a part of their activities by attending sporting events, concerts, and other extracurricular activities. Our support means better leaders for tomorrow. From Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie.
Veracruz Mexican Restaurant invites you to join them for a casual lunch or a nice family dinner out with delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine. Veracruz has a great selection of burritos, tacos, seafood, enchiladas, salads, and more, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Grab dinner tonight from one of their 3 locations: Veracruz on South Highway 5 in Versailles, Veracruz Jr. on Highway 52 in Stover, or on Highway 65 in Lincoln. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, a proud sponsor of local athletes.
Take your softball and baseball skills to the next level. The Shed is Eldon's own indoor hitting facility that features 2 full cages with screens, tees, and pitching lanes. You'll love their top-of-the-line pitching machine that throws a variety of speeds with precise locations to perfect your swing. The Shed also has a workout facility. You can add it to your cage rental or just purchase as a regular membership. Open Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 8, and Saturday and Sunday from noon to 8. Look for the big white building across from Gerb's in Eldon. Book times now on Facebook at The Shed LLC. See you at The Shed.
And we are back with the Hy-Vee halftime show, part of our Martin Metal broadcast. At the half, Versailles leads Colcamp 32-28. A strong first half from the Tigers, but Jason, I think we would both agree, the Tigers, if they could clean a few things up, this very well could be a double-digit game right now.
Yeah, we're not firing on all cylinders by any means here, even for us. So we got to clean it up. You know, we got 32 points. It's okay, but we're not hitting. We're doing a little too much fouling and just not getting into a really good flow, I don't think.
No, I completely agree. Now, I will say for the Tigers, the big positive, strong first half from Mr. Murdoch, 17 points, I believe.
Yeah.
Still no dunks, though.
No dunks.
It's got to be fun for Tiger alumni as you look down at a great group of kids walking in right there. They put up a lot of points between them and some fun, exciting games for that matter.
3 of last year's starters there.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's going to be transition period right now. If you're watching this, if you've been listening, if you've seen the Versailles Tigers in action, and you think, man, something doesn't seem right. First off, let's be clear about something. This is very different from the past 6 years. We went from Grinnell's system to the Ryder Williams, Michael Vansel, Tristan Albrecht era, where it was high flying, lots of threes. We're going to score the rock a ton, and the defense will find itself. Now, this is different, and this isn't an insult to any of the kids. It's just the honest gospel here. You have one kid out there that has legitimate varsity experience coming up to this, and they're going to be based on their defense. I think kids will find their footing and start scoring the rock a little more freely, but that's not as easy as just sending somebody out there and saying, hey, go shoot the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different, and it's not bad. But it's just what everybody else. It's like basketball everywhere else, And I was just telling you this off on break that, the last 8 years of basketball here with some of the players we had and the styles of offense and the push the ball fast tempo. There, a lot of old timers were kind of against it, but like the movie Gladiator when he says, "Were you not entertained, or are you not entertained?" I mean, people were entertained.
Yeah.
When you came to this gym, there was a lot of people in it, and half of them already showed up mad because probably something Ryder said or something that went on in the game before. But people showed up, and they knew you were going to get a spectacle, I guess you might say. And it was fun. And, all good things come to an end. And we're seeing some good things, with this team here.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from it. It's just like back in the old days when people saw the Laurys, or you see, the 05 run with the Final Four boys that we're bringing back next Friday to honor those guys. When you see something that's really special, enjoy it while it lasts. And it doesn't mean something special is not going to come along. It's just different.
By the way, because you mentioned that, can you talk a little bit about what's going on next week honoring those kids?
Yeah. Anybody out there listening, next Friday is a huge night for our school. We are bringing back the 2005 Final Four basketball team that went to the Final Four and took third place 20 years ago. And out of the 14 team members right now, I believe 13 are coming back.
Wow.
We're going to bring them back. We're going to feed them, have their families back. We're going to make a big deal of it. It will happen between games. We will have a 2-game night. I think some of the schedules floating around say 3-game night. We do not have a freshman team. So it is a 2-game night starting at 5 o'clock. And after that game, we will honor those guys on the court with a big ceremony. I was just talking to Coach Chamberlain, Kent Chamberlain down there about it a while ago. He's excited. And then not only that, at halftime of the varsity game, we will honor our 2 state champion golfers. It is the 20th anniversary of Justin Yoder and his, I believe, 2nd state title. He won a pair of them while he was in high school. And Danny Dornan, it's his 30th anniversary. So we will honor both of our state championship golfers at halftime of the varsity game. And both of those guys, I was sitting there looking. Coach Chamberlain sent me some stuff to talk about that night. Between the two of them, 6 All-American awards. Wow. Unbelievable. Just wrote record after record after record up at UCM, both in the Hall of Fame at UCM, doing Versailles proud up there. So we got a lot of great names from the past coming in next Friday, which it'll be the last day of school before then we go to break. So we're hoping to pack the house all the way to the rafters here and get it loud and bring these boys home and celebrate them and remind them that everybody loves them and cares about them and they are not forgotten. So.
Well, that's fantastic. So, yeah, if you can, definitely come on out and support those guys all in person. Get to see some great basketball played that night as well. And it's a great event here. I love that you guys are honoring some of the kids that did Versailles so well throughout the years.
If you don't appreciate your past, you will never. It's just part of running a good program. You have to appreciate those who came before. Like this Tiger program, this Versailles, we're in our 116th season. Wow. And when you think about that, that's more than a human lifetime, man. A lot of dudes that put on that jersey that said Tigers. And just, it's incredible.
Speaking of old rivalries and things of that, or of old teams and whatnot, we got to take a second. Speaking of Tigers, please tell me that you had the TV on when Mizzou and the Jayhawks went blow for blow last Sunday.
Yeah, I've been sitting there telling my kids I was being negative like I usually am, thinking, it's gonna blow it at some point. They came out and KU was trying to come back. KU's good.
Yeah,
but proud of the Missouri Tigers. That's a big win, man.
And I love the proudest part for me was Bill Self's press conference afterwards. Was basically Bill Self trying to cry over himself and like make little comments underhanded. While Coach Gates might be the most upstanding coach in all of college basketball. First off, to call the timeout with 6 seconds left and basically tell Kansas, you're going to want to get off the floor.
Yeah.
And then secondly, he even made a comment in the postgame when they're like, what'd you think about storming? Well, I heard something behind me about how they were going to tell the kids not to storm. And if they said that, I was going to take the microphone and say, you better storm the court. I love it. I love how the Tigers played. And I love that you had 2 options. The Tigers easily could have put their heads down as soon as KU got there, taken a whooping by 25, 30 points. Nobody would have batted an eye or been surprised. Instead, Coach Gates chose to meet Bill Self and his squad as they got off the bus. And rather than taking them into the gym, he took them out back to the woodshed instead. And it was way more entertaining. So
we know they got it now. Now they have to do it when it's not Kansas. It's easy for a Mizzou kid to get up for Kansas.
Hey,
I want to see him get up for everybody.
Rich just messaged me, said since we were talking about Ryder, how he had 15 the other game, he's playing CBC in Arkansas tonight. He's got 12 in the first half.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. I'm going to guess it's all made threes. But but yeah, love to see Mizzou thriving right now. They are just on the outside of the top 25, sitting at 29. Football program has their bowl game as they'll take on Iowa in the Music City Bowl.
Yeah.
Mizzou football, some weird stuff going on. A couple kids hitting the transfer portal. I don't know what the deal is there, but I got a lot of faith in Coach Drink.
He always seems to find a way for the most part. So
he seems like a cool guy. Honestly, he seems like someone I'd want to play for.
Kind of a California cool attitude, I think. He's just kind of laid back. But what do I know? It's not like I had him over to my house.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, Jason. You know everybody. We're about ready to jump into the third quarter of action, more specifically the American Sun Control third quarter of action. Tigers holding on to a 4-point lead, and I will say this, these first few minutes are going to be huge because you and I both know that Coach, Shear, thank you. I don't know how I always forget his name. Coach Shear is going to make adjustments at halftime and have these Bluebirds ready to go.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Versailles gets the first possession. Bertelli to Timo, top of the key. Over to Albrecht. He's got a lane, drives, takes on the defense, puts it up, shot too strong off back iron, kept alive by Bertelli. Tipped out of bounds, last touched by the Bluebirds.
Nice job, Joey. Bertelli's just active.
It was Colby Bohan keeping it alive, but tipping it out of bounds. Murdoch takes the inbounds, finds Timo, handoff back to Reese. 17 first half points for Murdoch. See if he can keep it going and maybe have his first high school 30-piece. Murdoch dishes it out. Good look from the wing from Albrecht, and he's got it. You can get Braden hitting shots early. That could be huge for this Tiger squad.
Yes.
Braden's got 7 in the game. TJ there defensively. Bluebirds working it around the outside. Going to try a wing 3. It's too strong. Kept alive. Blocked by Murdoch. What? Okay, I guess Reese, after the block, stepped on the baseline, so it'll be Bluebirds ball out of bounds.
Well, he's not arguing it, so of course he didn't argue any of them.
No, Reese is just here. And Reese partially blocked another, I believe, as they tried to go inside to Colby Bohan, and Murdoch was waiting. Great pass inside to Timo. Bertelli found him, and Morrison's got the lay-in, and the lead's back to 9.
Timo bringing the spark still.
Good defense by Bertelli. Colcamp has to heave it. It's tipped, and it's stolen by Murdoch. Murdoch, middle of the floor attacking. Little hesitation. Dishes it out to TJ. He'll try a corner 3. Off the iron. Good look. Just wouldn't fall, but Bertelli keeps it alive. Morrison. Oh, he wants the 3. Oh, it looked good. Just a little too strong.
A little too pumped up.
I'm telling you, Timo's a sniper from the outside.
That's push off.
Bohan.
Bertelli rebounded, playing some good D.
And Coach Shear wants to talk things over. He calls the timeout. We'll take the break as well. 6:29 to play in the American Sun Control third quarter. Versailles leads Colcamp 37-28. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
37-28. Tiger defense been a little sharper. They've forced a couple turnovers.
Yeah, come out doing all right now. Got that lead back up there a little bit.
Coach Scheer talking things over pretty in depth with his squad right now, as he did not like the turnovers early. Oh, Mr. Carvajal up and tipping cracks me up. He was asking how I could listen to the game. So I'll send it to you tomorrow if you want to hear it. And his reply was, I just need to hear your voice. That's so soothing. I appreciate it.
Like a Bob Ross. Everybody listen to the broadcast before they go to sleep.
Oh, we're just painting some happy little clouds here in Versailles. 9 points. Thanks for that, Britt.
Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah, it was.
Rebound, Schoolfield off a missed shot by the Bluebirds, racing to the front court. Any field goal would make it a double-digit lead for the Tigers, and Albrecht tries to do so with a three. Good look off the iron, wouldn't fall. Tightrope act. They tried to throw it off the knees of Bertelli, but it backfires because Bertelli kind of caught it with his legs.
Yeah.
Colcamp player tried to grab it, and he was standing out of bounds.
He's braver than me. I wouldn't have tried to caught it like that.
I enjoy watching Joey Bertelli play basketball.
Joey,
the kid,
yeah.
I don't even know how to put it. If you were to ask me, what does Bertelli do really well? I'd be like, I don't know, but it's going to be a bunch of stuff.
But I'm glad he's out there. Yeah, he does a million things.
Man, I just looked over there at the kids walking on the far side, and I can't get over how big Harmon is.
Oh, he's a big old dude.
Corner three, knocked down Ben Peck. Double-digit lead restored for the Tigers, back to 12.
Think about Harmon, man. He may be big physically, but he's all personality.
Oh, that boy ain't got a shy bone in his body. Holcamp trying to break the press. They do so.
That's scary.
That is indeed a carry. It was a good job by Bovie Clark to break it, just a little overzealous. Kind of feel like if the Tigers can keep up this defensive pressure, they really could open this one up here in the American Sun Control third quarter. Reese gives it to Albrecht. Albrecht fighting inside. Through the defense, lays it up.
Yeah, we need more of that right there.
Don't look now, but Braden got a little confidence going, and he's got 9 in the game. And what defense being played? Oh, lost out of bounds. Ben Peck for. Oh, no, it is going to be Tiger ball.
Tiger ball.
Ben Peck forcing the turnover.
Great kid.
And these bleachers, even though I'm 17, I feel like I'm 80.
You going to make it over there, Brett?
Quit complaining. I'm turning 50 in a few weeks.
50?
Yeah.
Wow.
Murdoch hangs in the air, counted in a foul. Once in a while, Reese gets bored, turns off the gravity, and decides to just float in the air for a little while.
Makes it easy, doesn't it?
It's so, flawless. It's so smooth through it. And
are you talking about me or Reese?
Not you.
Oh.
I'm going to tell Reese you said that. I'll be like, Britt was describing you as flawless.
Flawless.
I'm gonna hear
he doesn't
about it
need
in
anybody to
English.
pump his ego up anymore.
No, definitely not.
I'm hoping Reese will come up after the game with Coach Espinoza and talk to us. The free throw's up and good. I bet we can make that happen. We'll have Spencer or U1 run down there afterwards. Tell him, a trap comes in half court. Ball's tipped loose. Murdoch picks it up, keeps the dribble alive as he's tripped. Gets it to TJ. TJ gets inside, hesitation, jump stop, tries to jump it off to Rowan. Rowan will pull it back out and reset. 45-28. Tigers have opened this one up. TJ trying to add to it with a corner three off the iron, won't go. Long rebound. Reza saves it back. It's tipped out of bounds. Who had the touch? The entire Tiger bench points one direction.
Yeah, imagine that.
And the Tigers will maintain possession. 17-point lead has blossomed here.
It's not enough. I'm going to tell you. This Coach Scheer team, they will make another run.
They are never out of it as long as Coach Scheer's coaching them.
Never out of it.
4:54 to go. The American Sun Control third quarter of action, the Smart Metal broadcast. It's thrown into Murdoch. Murdoch with 20. Drives, loses his footing, dishes it out to TJ. Bohan playing good defense on TJ. He tries to turn the corner. It's lost. Somehow Murdoch comes up with it and lays it in. If you ask TJ, it was a great pass.
Great pass, yeah. He'll tell you all about it.
Tigers lead by 19. Peck causing issues with the press. Bohan gets it. TJ tries to turn him. It's lost, and it's picked off by Peck. Peck on the run out. Lays it up and in. Lead has blossomed to 21 points. Coach Scheer wants to talk it over. Tigers looking sharp here in the third. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
H&R Block of Versailles is a family-owned and operated Block Advisors office celebrating 10 years of business serving Versailles and the surrounding areas. Pamela Johnson, an enrolled agent, and her certified team are here to prepare your taxes, handle your bookkeeping and payroll, plus audits, tax notices with the IRS and the state, and problem solving and issue resolution. For more information, call the H&R Block office on Monroe Street in Versailles at 573-378-5843. 573-378-5843.
49-28 Tigers have opened this one up with a 21-point lead. I don't know what Coach Espy said at halftime, but it must have been the right words.
I don't know either, man. But whatever gets them going. But Tigers playing some great defense, and it's turned into some offense for him here. So,
absolutely. He's giving them a pep talk on the bench.
And it's a team effort. That's what I like about it. We're playing good team basketball, good team defense right now.
So on the floor for Versailles, Tyler Morrison, Dalton Reza, Reese Murdoch, Joey Bertelli, and Ben Peck. Ben Peck, who I believe played more positions than any one player on a football team ever has.
Ben played every position but line in football this year, and that's not a joke.
Did he kick?
I'm not sure on that one. I just know Coach D said that in the banquet the other night.
That doesn't surprise me. Probably coached a little bit. Versailles full court man pressure. Colcamp able to turn it and get across half court. Peck there defensively. Or excuse me, it was Bertelli. Colcamp drives baseline, and Bertelli draws the charge. As we said earlier, if you ask me what one thing is Joey going to do, I can't tell you. But he's going to do a bunch of things, and that's one of them.
Yeah, what he does, he just makes a difference. That's what he does.
So the Tigers, once again, open up a 21-point lead. But they want more. Murdoch, 22-point game. Still the third. Would love to see Reese have his first 30-piece, but I'm sure Reese doesn't care as long as they get the win. Morrison to Peck. He drives right side. Hangs in the air before dishing out. Reza, corner three, knocks it down. It's like one is inspiring the other right now in the Tiger offense. I mean, you look up on that board, yeah, Reese has got 22. Then you got 7, 6, and 5.
Yeah, momentum's a heck of a thing.
And a steal by Murdoch, laying to the basket. Oh, hey, he tried to dunk it. I'll give him that. And then 2 putbacks won't go, and TJ's putback finally falls.
I'm fine with it. At least he tried.
At least he tried, and he didn't really have a lot of takeoff room either. So
that was Bertelli's putback. TJ's on the bench.
2-foot, one-handed dunk.
I just saw someone flying through the air and assumed it was TJ.
Yeah, good.
Who put that in, Britt?
Bertelli.
Oh, Bertelli did?
Yep.
All right.
Lead at 26. One of these times, Reese will successfully dunk it, I promise. If not, we start lowering the rims each week. See if anybody notices. Diekman, mid-range jump. Oh, boy, that's tough.
It's been very successful from there.
Yeah, he had defense on him, too.
That's one as the defender. You just tip your hat and say, nice shot, man. Murdoch, crossover, inside, dishes to the corner. Peck thought about the three, gets the defender in the air, drives. It's tipped out of bounds and will stay with the Tigers. TJ and Albright going to check back in. They come in for Dalton Reza and Ben Peck. See, I said TJ enough that Coach Espy's like, I guess I got to put him in the game.
I got to give TJ credit. He's played a long time with the fouls that he's had.
You say that. Now you're going to foul him out of the game,
I might
Jason.
have jinked him.
24-point lead for the Tigers. They inbound to Murdoch, who gives it to Morrison, uses the Schoolfield screen. Morrison loses it, but Albrecht picks it up. Braden, long strides inside, takes the contact, nearly finishes the shot, but he'll shoot two. It's
Perfect at the line so far. So
it's just that little hesitation Braden does to try to get you up on his hip.
Yeah.
So Braden to the free throw line. 2:39 to play in the American Sun Control. Third quarter. First free throw, no good. Second free throw coming up for Albright. Second free throw falls. 55-30. It's a 25-point Tiger lead. Bertelli.
That should be a walk.
It probably should have been. Colcam gets into the front court. Shot won't go. Murdoch another board. He flings it full court. Finds Bertelli. Extra pass for TJ. Saves it back to Morrison. Back to TJ in the corner.
What?
I don't know about that because as long as Morrison had possession when TJ came out of bounds, he can catch that.
Well, yeah.
They're saying that TJ was the first person to touch the ball after he came out of bounds. That's more of a rebound rule. If your team hasn't, you run in, and, you've established yourself. You can catch that pass. Oh, well. Anyway, ball back to the Bluebirds. Bohan, couple crossovers, gets to the mid-range, dishes it out. The pass is tipped. Stays with Colcamp. Drive. Short corner jumper. That's Diekman's spot. Shot rattles, but just won't fall. And another board for Murdoch. He's got to be flirting with a double-double.
Yeah.
To the corner. 3 dialed up. Wouldn't go. Nearly down.
Got his own rebound.
Offensive board. Oh, and it wouldn't fall either for Bertelli. And then Albrecht's going to get called over the back.
You got to love the effort. I don't care if it didn't go in or not. You got to love the effort. Kids playing hard tonight.
Some subs here for the Tigers. Rowan Allen going to come back into the game. So Dalton Reza joining Murdoch, Albrecht, and Timo. Full court heave from Colcamp. Bohan catches it, but the Tigers back defensively. 1:45 to play in this third quarter, and it's a 25-point Tiger lead. It was a fairly close game at halftime. Tigers have dominated this quarter. Reza there defensively. Diekman against Albrecht. Pulls up that mid-range jumper off the dribble. Shot too strong. Morrison, a good board.
He got up for that one.
Tell you what, he's got a great-looking shot. Even when he misses it, it looks good.
Timo sets the screen. Reese uses it, goes to the basket. Soft touch. Up and in. I don't know how Murdoch is in school, but I promise he's passing English class. 27-point lead for the Tigers as we hit a minute to play in the third quarter. Diekman drives, hangs in the air. His layup won't fall. Tipped around, and Reza gets it. Reese fires another ahead to Rowan Allen behind the defense, and Rowan gets rim stuff, but he was being fouled in his defense. I kind of thought Rowan was thinking about a dunk, and I'm like, I don't know if you can dunk, but
I don't know if you can or not. I don't
try it, man.
I don't think so, but I may be wrong.
I'm to the point everyone should try it. All right. If you got to jump off someone's back, I'm here for it. I'm going to be real. If I was a coach, I would encourage that. Like, if we're up 30, you can jump off a teammate's back. I will take the technical. I'm okay with it. First free throw for Allen, up and good. It's a 28-point Tiger lead. Jacob Vansel in the game. Ben Peck back in the game. Rowan's free throw is short, so 1 of 2 at the line. 45 seconds to go. Tigers knocking on the door of a potential running clock in the fourth quarter. Colcamp in the corner. They're trying to go to the low block. Turnaround jumper forced up. Won't go. Great defense played by Allen. With any made field goal here, Versailles would push their lead to 30. Albrecht drives inside, jump stop, and problem is he jumped. He tried to jump through somebody that threw his balance off, and he went right foot, left foot instead of a 2-foot jump stop.
Yeah. Still learning.
Coach Espy pleading his case to the officials. When you're up 28, you just don't really fight as hard. 24 seconds to play. Bohan breaks the press. Drives to the basket, hangs in the air, scoop shot up and good.
Well, you don't want an easy take like that. I don't care how many you're up.
Yeah, Bohan plays hard. You got to like the kid's effort. Vansel to Allen at the high post. He'll try the mid-range jumper. Oh, I really don't know how that came out of the rim, but it did. Colcamp just chucks it ahead and says, hey, Diekman, can you go run this down? He does, but doesn't see the clock. As time expires on the third, Versailles leads Colcamp by 26, 58-32. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading AirEase products. Every AirEase product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people called DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
Hi, I'm Colton Taylor, and I use Versailles Total Fitness. Their 24-hour access makes it easy for me to fit gym time into my busy schedule. I love how spacious and versatile their gym is. With a wide selection of free weights, cable machines, and all the cardio equipment you could need, I have plenty of options to help me stay in shape to cover our local sports teams. They work hard to provide a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. Join me and everyone else at Versailles Total Fitness in becoming a healthier you. Versailles Total Fitness at 31 North Monroe, or give them a call at 573-789-6800.
If you're watching Thursday Night Football, I'm sorry. Just check the score of that one. Instead, you should be watching this game. Jason, Versailles, I mean, they've been dominant since halftime.
Yeah, they came out, scored 25 in that quarter. 7 different Tigers scored in that quarter, so a great team effort so far.
Speaking of quarters, we jump into the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter of action. A reminder, this game at MoSportsZone can be watched back there as well on our YouTube page. Steal by the Tigers. First defensive stance. Ahead to Vansel. Fires it back out to Allen. He'll set his feet. Fire a three and get
there
it.
It is.
My favorite part of that was the confidence to just step back, square up, and that's a pretty shot.
Yeah, he's got a pretty shot with a lot of hang time. He got a big old arch on it.
Bohan attacks the basket again. His scoop shot up and good. What was the whistle?
What is that? I don't even know what that hand signal is.
I don't know, but it was a lot of aggressive pointing.
I don't know. That's a new ref. I got to learn what that is. What is it?
I believe he called illegal formation. The right tackle was not covered up.
Well,
the right guard wasn't covered up.
That makes sense now that I look at it.
Yeah. Oh, the Tigers were looking for the back cut, but kind of airmailed that one. Kohlkamp with the ball. Stepping into that mid-range is Diekman. Shot won't go. Man, he's got a pretty jumper. And I don't mean this making fun of the kid. I mean this completely serious. It's even cooler because he's got a mullet. And every time he hangs in the air, the mullet bounces a little bit.
It's got a flow to it in the air. Yeah. It's almost like time goes in slow motion.
Yes, you know that's how he's able to hover in the air.
Yeah.
Foul on the play, going to go against the Bluebirds. Speaking of dunking, I believe this is Mark Sidebottom dunking.
Nice job, Mark.
I don't know how tall that rim is. Versailles with the ball. 27-point lead. Reza goes inside to Allen. Strong dribble, strong take. I see you, Mr. Allen.
Yeah.
You're coming out sending a message here in the fourth.
He's a strong kid. Very physical.
29-point lead, and then Rowan blocks it off the glass on the other end. Bohan's got a couple easy layups, and I guess Rowan decided he was done with that.
Yeah.
Bohan, though, gets the inbounds, goes right back to the rim, and is fouled.
I think that'll be his third foul for Randy Taylor.
Give Randy credit, man. He checks in the game. He gets his name known right away. It might be for fouling, but he gets his name known.
Yeah.
I don't recognize Randy because I swear at the beginning of the season he had long hair.
He had a big old mop top. My wife cut it off, and he looks good.
He does. Sharp-looking kid. Bohan keeps it alive. Tiger pressure nearly forces a turnover. Bohan will step back, pull a three. Off the backboard, won't go. Kohlkamp inside needs some help. Dishes it out to Diekman. Again, 29-point lead and a 3-second in the lane call? I don't know. There's not. It's a whistle and very limited hand gesture, so I'm not sure.
I think it's blowing whistles for funsies.
There you go.
They like to hear it. Music to the ears.
There's the drop of the night right there.
Oh, Brett.
Funsies.
Oh, the ball fumbled by the Tigers and picked up by Diekman for funsies. Diekman on the drive, working against Peck. Brett, I want that put on a hat.
Okay.
Corner three from the Bluebirds, partially blocked, I believe, by Dalton Reza.
Yep, for funsies.
Vansel fires ahead. Now it's picked off by Kohlkamp.
For funsies.
Britt, I'm leaving you at home next game. I don't care if we are in Versailles. Bohan squaring up about the shot.
My mom was laughing, okay?
Three launch by Bohan won't go, and
the Tigers are fighting over the rebound there.
Ball out of bounds, stays with Kohlkamp.
For funsies.
And at that moment, we cut Britt's mic, so it was fun having her on for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to pout. I better turn that back on. Went on one road trip with Britt this week, and the inbounds Tigers get lost. And a foul going to be called on the shot as Blake Abbey caught it, went to lay it in, was fouled, and he'll shoot 2. One road trip with Britt, and we wind up at a gas station in a town I've never heard of that I still don't think counts as a town on the way to Buffalo.
It was Blanche, wasn't it?
Blanche.
Blanche or Branch? I don't remember.
Branch? Is it? Oh, it is Branch.
Yeah, very much in Branch. First free throw falls. Stopped at a gas station that carried everything from Totino's pizzas to bricks of sugar. Let's say bricks because those things were solid.
And cream cheese.
And cream. I don't know why that was noticed, but yes. And somehow left with a whole tin of mini cupcakes.
They're really good.
Britt tried to get us to get a dog.
Yeah. KS-95 dog, mascot. He told me no, though.
Britt, you are the mascot.
Oh, okay.
You going to name him Funzy?
See, that would be perfect.
This is the point where people have turned the radio off. Ball in from Colcamp. Turnaround jumper banked in by Bohan. Man, I like this kid.
Putting a good game together tonight, man.
Bohan goes hard, and he is going to find his shot. 26-point lead. Timo at the high post. Gives it to Vansel. Vansel's got a lane. Gets inside. Takes the contact. Shot won't go. Keeps it alive. That won't go. Putback won't go again for the Tigers. But Bertelli's going to shoot free throws. I just realized this is the first stint in a while that Murdoch has not been out there. And I kind of think Coach Espy's tried to see, hey, what do you guys do when there's no Murdoch, there's no Rowan Allen, there's no Braden Albrecht, no Dalton Reza, no Ben Pack?
Well, that's the luxury of a big lead like that is you can kind of let your other kids play and try different rotations and combinations and see what you got.
So the first free throw, up and good. Joey Bertelli. 64-37. Tigers by 27. Looking like they're going to pick up a win and improve their record to 2-3. Chance to get back to 500 tomorrow night as they are here with Bolivar. We'll have that game for you. Second free throw, no good.
Nice job.
And a steal by Vansel. Great pass. Weak side. Bertelli's laying up and good. Nice steal. Nice find by Jacob Vansel. Bertelli the lay-in, and it's a 29-point lead. I believe Ryan may be checking in. Buddy, hope your games went well. Had fun working with you. We'll see Mr. Rito tomorrow night. Corner 3 from Colcamp. Up off the back iron. Won't go. TJ soaring for the board. TJ has not fouled in a long time.
No, he hasn't. I don't know what's got into him.
The skip pass. Randy lets it go. Oh. Taylor's shot won't go out of bounds. Last touched by the Bluebirds. Is TJ okay? I haven't seen him on the floor. Haven't seen him foul anybody.
I don't know, but he's him and was it Bohan?
Yeah.
They've been doing a lot of talking, like not bad, like friends. I don't know. I think he's.
They've got the same haircut, so I think
made a friend out here on the court, so he's more interested in that.
Good for TJ. Timo has the ball, loses it, then gets it back, fires it over to TJ. TJ and his new buddy Bohan going to square up. A rifle into Morrison. That was. Oh, TJ. Vansel gonna reset. Timo posting high. Vansel calling something out.
He doesn't know. He's just pointing. Saw it on TV.
Bertelli a crossover. We're under 4 minutes to play. Tigers by 29. Out to Timo. Wing 3 off the front iron won't go. Bohan aboard. I'm telling you, Bohan's done everything.
He has. Kick and play.
Inside, strong move, won't go for the Bluebirds. Tipped around, winds up in the hands of Timo. Timo will lead the fast break. He played running back. He can play point guard. I'm here for it. TJ, corner 3, off the back iron, won't go. Board kept alive by Taylor. Taylor's shot won't go, but he is fouled, and he'll shoot 2. No, I mean, Timo can lead the fast break. If Kylie Ritchie can play center and then lead the fast break every possession.
Well, yeah.
This is as close as I've seen Kylie get to a radio setup in like a year. It's her biggest fear, actually.
She won't. She told me a couple of years ago that she won't do it because, and it just goes to tell you about her, she doesn't want to do any talking because she feels it takes away from her teammates. She told me some comment like that. I said, well, then talk about your teammates.
The one time I got her on the air, she had like a 28 and 25 game or something, and just wanted to talk about how well everybody else played and the mistakes that she had made.
Yeah, she's just so nice. She can't even really talk on the radio.
She really doesn't have a mean bone in her body.
How are you guys friends then?
Okay.
Well, she does. When I gave her a grade on a test one time, she didn't like it.
Oh, well.
She was mad at me for a year.
On the volleyball court, and you'll even see it on the basketball court. She will talk to the opponents. They could, they could be giving her a time at the net, and she'll be best friends with them. Never a mean bone in her body at all.
Neither free throw falls. Kohlkamp gets the board, and a foul committed by Vansel. If I had $1 for every time that's been said in history.
You'd have been broke in the 90s.
A foul committed by Vansel?
I fouled out in the second quarter.
No, I want the $1 every time it's said. I'll be a wealthy man. Kohlkamp on the inbounds, just lobs it ahead. Passes ran down, attacking the basket, but it's blocked by Vansel, and they're going to get him for a shooting foul. That'll send Bobby Clark to the line.
I know Jacob's pretty proud. The big brother sitting in the crowd watching him tonight on his home debut. So
that's awesome. Glad Michael could be here for it. Bovie's first free throw off the back iron wouldn't go. So like I said, looking like the Tigers going to pick up a nice win tonight. And, the Tiger offense has been the problem as Bovie's second free throw up and good. But they've got 66 on the board.
Yeah.
And let's call it what it is. They've kind of taken their foot off the gas here in the fourth.
Yes, they have.
As also into the game for Versailles. Just checked in was Gavin Hedrick. Reza in the corner. He'll drive. Gives it inside to Rowan. Strong take. And finishes. And the lead is at 30. Clock will not stop the rest of the way unless Kohlkamp cuts into this lead. Rowan Allen has played very nice. A foul going to be committed by Versailles. I mean, Rowan's got 8.
Yeah, he's got 7 of them in this quarter. He's got a nice game, and I think it's only going to get better as this season goes along. He's a physical kid. He can play some defense. He can shoot the ball, as he's shown tonight. He's got a nice 3.
Brett Burdick at the free throw line for the Bluebirds.
He's got just enough of that attitude. That's what I like about it. He ain't afraid to mix it up.
You got to have that.
Yeah. You got to have kids willing to kind of do some of that dirty work.
Lead at 29, so the clock will stop now as the second free throw for Burdick is up and good. 68-40, Tigers by 28. Vansel running the point. Now, that's something I'm not used to saying.
Yeah. I think he's more of a 2 guard than a point guard. But what do I know?
Peck to Reza. He drives. Tries to hand it off to Allen, but the defense was waiting on it. Kohlkamp wants to run on the fast break. Laying on the right side. Up and good. Bucket to Spencer Godwin. 68-42. Tigers by 26 with 1:40 to go in the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. This Martin Metal broadcast. Reza out to Hedrick. Vansel in the corner. High post is Allen. Out to Hedrick. He'll dial up a 3 off the front iron. Lined up clean, just wouldn't go. Kohlkamp going to work the ball around as we close in on 1 minute to play. High post, low post action. Nearly stolen by Vansel. Shot won't go from the Bluebirds. Tipped around. Vansel finally gets control of it. We hit 1 minute to play. Fires ahead to Reza. Reza inside. Looking for Hedrick. Finds him on the right wing. Back to Vansel. Under a minute to go. Jacob calling out the offense. Yells Omaha. Hedrick going to step out with it. Reza in the corner. Brings it up. Gives it back to Vansel. Vansel believes this is a nickel defense. Trying to figure out how to attack it. Now, Allen, I think the Tigers are comfortable just running the clock here if they can.
I hope so.
Seem to just be playing a little game of keep away as we close in on 20 seconds. So it's looking more and more like the Tigers are just going to close this out. Yeah, Rowan had a lane to the basket and wouldn't take it there. So that is how this one is going to come to a close, barring a foul, which I don't think we'll see. Versailles knocks off Kohlkamp 68-42 and improves their record to 2-3. As this one runs out, we'll move on to the Bank of Versailles postgame show in just a bit. Well, a steal by the Bluebirds. but they're not even going to get the shot off. We'll come back with your post-game show. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
When a post-frame building is in your future, build straighter, stronger, and satisfied with help from Martin Metal, northeast of Versailles, offering a full-service lumberyard, on-site truss plant, a full production plant with numerous rolled formed metals, trims, and accessories. And now, a new laminated post plant producing 3-ply, 4-ply, and 5-ply, 2x6, and 2x8 posts up to 40 feet in length. Call one of our trained professionals, 573-378-4050. We also offer delivery anywhere in Missouri and across the heartland of America. To see more, visit martinmetal.com.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
Hi, I'm Jason Blankenship, owner of Jason Blankenship CPA LLC. As the year quickly draws to a close, it's time to start thinking about tax planning strategies for your farm and business. We are happy to meet with you and help you see where things stand for the year. We can also give you advice on ways to spend money to help you grow your business, all while maximizing your tax savings. No matter what your tax, payroll, or accounting needs are, Jason Blankenship CPA LLC has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years of service to the Central Missouri area and looking forward to many more, give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop by and see us at 401 East North Street in Eldon.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle dazzle. 2, 1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win. Shelton is crushing it. When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner. Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
And we're back with the Bank of Versailles post-game show here on KS-95 Sports, joined now by head coach Wyatt Espinoza and tonight's Shed Batting Cage MVP, Mr. Reese Murdoch. Coach Espy, I'm going to start with you. How'd you feel about your squad's performance, especially in that second half?
Well, I felt like all game we played hard. Shots went down, so that helps out a ton. That's all I got to say. Boys played hard.
All right. Well, one of the boys that played very hard tonight, especially with a strong first half. I believe he had 17 in the first half. Mr. Reese Murdoch with us. Reese, what was working for you guys?
I feel like our shots in the second half was really helping us a lot.
Just got more comfortable looks, or what was it that led to getting better looks?
Just attacking, kick out threes. Helped us a lot.
Did Coach Espy say anything special in the locker room at halftime? Because it was a close game at the half, but you guys came out and absolutely took control in that third quarter. I mean, it was rather dominant.
Be careful what you say here.
He pretty much just said, keep doing what we're doing. And on defense, I think we struggled in the first half, fouling, letting them shoot free throws.
There was a large quantity of fouls by your squad in that first half. Really got cleaned up in the second. And Coach Espy, I know you've been tweaking the defense little by little, but a lot of steals led to transition points. What did you like about the defense, especially in the third quarter?
Well, I just want to add, in that first half, we were being physical and we were playing hard. And something that I did say in the locker room was that if we're going to get calls because we're playing hard and we're being physical, I'd rather that be the way that we're playing. I'd rather be more physical than the other team every single night. So, whenever we play defense, we always talk about pressuring and trying to speed up the team and make them force shots. And I feel like we did that all game. That second quarter, they hit some tough shots. So, the combination of them getting to the foul line and them hitting some tough shots really put them ahead in that second quarter.
Reese, you filled a lot of different roles in your career, whether it was a facilitator, now more of a scorer. But on this squad, I feel like you're the veteran on this team, and you're starting to get more and more guys involved. Do you feel like your place in this squad has adjusted, and how are you able to help some of the younger guys around you?
It all starts with practice. Just making sure everyone knows their role, knows what they need to do. It definitely took a while for me to, step up and fill this big role. That's about it.
It's great seeing you doing it, though, because as much as I know that you love to get to the rim, you got a great finger roll layup, all those things. Even I give you a hard time about it, but even trying the dunk there, which honestly, that's a tough dunk. One step going up, still, you got higher than most of us would. But it's
Especially you.
Never again. No, you're absolutely right. But you're still able to set the table. And one connection that I'm starting to see is you and Timo. That pick and roll game, it seems like you're starting to get on the same page with each other.
Yeah, it worked really good tonight. Cole Camp hedged really hard, and Timo seen that and slipped pretty good tonight.
Now, Wyatt, is it a little bit of freedom to have an extra coach on the floor, if you will, in Murdoch in a game like this? Because I do see him barking some things out to teammates and recognizing some things. And what kind of liberties does that give you as a coach?
Absolutely. It makes my job a lot easier. And I actually told his grandparents before the game, I said, hey, your son or your grandson makes my job a lot easier.
You mean Trace, right?
The reality of it is, Reese in the past was able to stay quiet. And that's one thing I wanted to challenge him this year was to speak up and take charge. And he's accepted that challenge, and he's done a very good job of it.
A quick turnaround for you guys. Tomorrow night, you're right back here in this gym with a Bolivar squad that has a reputation of being pretty solid. They've got some scorers on their squad. First up for you, Coach SB, how difficult is it, the 24-hour turnaround, not really being able to have a full practice and walk kids through it? How do you get them ready for tomorrow night?
Well, I think we just we got to take what tonight is, and then once we leave the locker room, we got to get our eyes set on Bolivar. I got the scouting reports on my desk, and we're going to hand them to them tonight, and they're going to read over it, watch film whenever they can tonight and probably tomorrow, and hopefully after school we can walk through some things and we can get rolling with them.
And Reese, from a player's perspective, how important is tomorrow night? If you guys can get back to 500, what does that do for the confidence of especially some of the younger guys that, let's call it what it is, you're the only guy with this much varsity experience. So for these kids that are new to that role, how important is seeing, hey, we're 500 and we can take on anybody?
I think it will boost our confidence a lot, especially from last year, that everyone on the bench seeing how good we were. And I think they kind of want to maybe be the same as we were last year. So I think hitting 500 would help us a lot.
Yeah, boost confidence knowing that you can play with anybody. It was a masterful game for you, Reese, early. I haven't seen the final stat line, but you crashed the boards well. You were dropping dimes. Coach SB, do you have any final thoughts on your team's performance this evening?
Well, I'm glad Reese came up here because something that we kind of started over in the summer and that we bring on is we track certain things like loose balls, 50-50 boards, and taking charges. And we call those blue-collar points. And Reese led us not only in the scoring category and all other types of things, but he led us in blue-collar points. So if you guys are wondering what Reese does for our team, not only can he do all this stuff, but he's getting on the floor, he's taking charges when he can. He didn't have one tonight, but I've seen him, but he's getting on the floor, getting all the 50-50 balls, and that's why he's our leader.
The best compliment of the night actually came when he was at the free throw line, and I don't know what we were commenting on, but Britt described your game as flawless. So you got the Brittany Carver flawless approval, Reese. So it was a very good game for you tonight.
Shout out, Brittany.
And that is an impressive showing. Guys, great win for you both, dominant fashion. We'll be back with you tomorrow night. Get some rest and get ready.
Absolutely. Look forward to seeing you. TIG.
ERS. Coach Wyatt Espinosa and Reese Murdoch, who I'm shocked he came up here, but I'm very proud of him for it. He put on a great showing and had a great game, and we look forward to seeing them both again tomorrow night. We'll get Jason hooked back up here. I don't know if I gave you the right headset. I'm just passing them out at this point. Let's see here. I see you wiping that off. Reese is one sweaty fella,
yeah,
I tell you what.
One.
That's a hard-working guy right there, and the Tigers looked the best they've looked all season tonight.
Yeah, they have. This was a nice home opener for them, I thought, against a competitive team that we know very well and came out on top. So pretty proud of them tonight.
And a team that technically you could see again later on in the year, as they will both be in the Stover tournament again this year.
And Colton, I guarantee it'll be a dogfight. It will not be a 25, 30-point game again. Coach here, he will change it all again. And you'll have to do it all again to him if you're going to win. So, great coach.
What did the scoring look like tonight for the Tigers?
Well, quite a few of them in the scoring column tonight, which is, I think, probably has to do with a lot of our success because we have to win as a team. Reese obviously led the way with 22 points. Braden Albert came in second with 10. Rowan Allen had a very nice game there in the second half with 8 points. Joey Bertelli just does a lot of things. Had 5. Which still doesn't describe all the things he did for us tonight. Jacob Vansel hit a 3. Ben Peck has 5. Dalton Reza hit 2 threes for 6 points. And Tyler Morrison was 7. So lots of scores in the scoring column.
It was a great showing from Versailles, to say the least. This is the Bank of Versailles post-game show, and I went ahead and told Reese while I was up here we'd name a shed batting cage player of the game. I mean, it had to go to Reese tonight.
Oh, sure.
Kid did a little bit of everything, but it'll be a quick turnaround. We'll be back here tomorrow night as Versailles plays host to Bolivar, looking to get their record back to 500. Jason, any final thoughts on what we saw here tonight?
Oh, just good to be home, man. Good to play a home game. So.
All right. Well, much love to Britt and Spencer on the camera here tonight, taking care of things. Of course, Mark Sidebottom, engineering back at the studio. He's Jason. I'm Colton. This has been another presentation of KS-95.